is the Syayvada or the Syadvada. Okay, now the Syadvada, okay, the theories of the Jainas has come to be known as the Syadvada. Okay, now any particular view, whatever the view during a particular challenge is being accepted, okay, by the Western logicians. Okay, now every judgment is passed in the particular context and must be understood in reference thereto. So Syayvad, already we have followed the Nyay, and then we have to follow the given conclusion very efficiently. That is Syayvad. Okay, Anekavad is the situation before the judgment, and Syayvad is the situation after the judgment. Okay, now after this, what is the difference between the two? The Syayvad and the Anekavad. Okay, so the first difference is that they have the opposite attributes. Okay, they have the opposite situation and the opposite attributes. The second is Syadvad. Okay, Syadvad talks about the relative deprivation. Okay, and the Anekavad talks about the exact differentiation. Okay, so this is the difference between these two. Okay, now in Jainism at present we follow two sects of Jainism. Okay, so first is Digambar and second is Shwetambara. So you will see that it was an ancient time during the Mauryan period or after the demisal of the King Ashoka. Okay, you will see that there were the Bengal famine. Okay, now this Bengal famine were very much significant that it disturbed the whole society, whole community which was staying in this Magad region. And that is why you will see that major of the people would be migrating towards the southern region. If you see the map of India, consider this as the particular region where the Magad is located. Right? Now Magad is located at the northern Bengal region. Okay, so here the Magad would be facing the famine-like condition. Okay, and due to the unavailability of the food and other basic necessities in this region, we'll see that the people would be moving from Dakshinapath to the south. Dakshinapath to the south, especially the Karnataka region. Especially the Karnataka, present Karnataka region. Okay, and that is why you will see that some of the Jain followers would be going through the Dakshinapath to the Karnataka. And once the famine condition gets cleared or neutralized, then they'll again come towards the Magadha and observe their previous followers of the Jainism. And they will say that we have changed completely. Okay, why? Because here the people who were following the proper rituals, proper rules of the Jainism, okay, they would be little relaxed. Why? Because they can't follow it. Okay, the extreme conditions of the famine makes them a little relaxed due to the present situation. While the people, the Chinese people who would be following through or who would be traveling through the Dakshinapath to the Karnataka, they would be staying similarly as they were in the previous pattern. Okay, so here you will see that due to this there is an emergence of the two sects. Okay, that is Digambar and the Shwetambara. Okay, now the Digambar, okay, now Digambar here in the male Digambars, okay, they were not wearing any of the cloth. They used to not wear any of the cloth. Okay, and for the female, they used to wear the sari but without any cuttings. Okay, so a complete cloth, continuous cloth should be wear. Okay, one single cloth should be worn by the female Jainist. Okay, now when we talk about this Digambars, okay, they follow all the five vows or all the five the morals which were being presented by the Mahavira. all the 5 doctrines, that is Ahimsa, Satya, Asatya, Aparigraha and Brahmacharya. Okay, so all of these 5s were being followed by the Digambara. Now beyond this, okay, they believed that the woman cannot achieve, okay, woman cannot achieve liberation. Okay. On another hand, Shwetambara believed that the woman can achieve the liberation. Okay, so some of the major sect of the Digambara were the Mula Sangha. Okay, they were Mula Sangha. But let me write it in the different pane. Okay, so I am writing about the sects of Digambara. Okay, Mula Sangha was the first. Okay, now this Mula Sangha was the major subsect of the Digambara which used to travel in the group form. Okay, now the second major subsect is the Bisapantha. Okay, the next major subsect is Bisapantha. Now they worked as the messenger. They used to forward the messages which were preached by their gurus. Okay, the third major subsect is Tirapantha. Okay, the third major sect is Tirapantha. Okay, now this Tirapantha were the people who used to aware about the rules and the rituals of the Jainism. Okay, so all of them were being followed during the contemporary period of Bhadrabahu. Okay, Digambars were during the period of Bhadrabahu. These are some of the important facts which you need to take into consideration considering your preliminary examination. Now let us talk about the Shwetambaras. Okay, now the Shwetambaras, as the word suggests, what is meant by Shwet? Shwet means white. Okay, so they will be wearing the white clothes. They would be wearing white clothes. After that, they would be majorly talking about the 4 woes and not the 5 woes. Okay, the Digambars talked about the 5 woes. Okay, now which was the 5th woe that they discarded? It was Brahmacharya. Okay, so Shwetambar would be living in the families. However, Digambars wouldn't be living in the families. Okay, so Shwetambar would be following the 4 vows except Brahmacharya. Okay, now if you in your society would be seeing that once in a year this Shwetambars the Digambars would be visiting your city or the society once in a year. Okay, and then you will be finding that those are the individuals who doesn't have any of the families. Okay, now beyond this I would like to share one person who was contemporary of this, and it is Sthulabhadra. Sthulabhadra, who was contemporary of this Shwetambar. Okay, and Digambar was the Bhadrabahu, and here it is Sthulabhadra. Okay, so these are some of the facts which you need to take into consideration.